Welcome back, everyone. I'm Max, and today is a genuinely strange mix of stories.
I'm Lika, and he's not exaggerating. Sports, business drama, and courtroom drama. We've got a genre for everyone today.
Let's start with the one that broke basketball Twitter over the weekend.
LeBron James. Again. What is this, his fourth free agency circus?
Officially, his fourth major free agency decision, yes. And this one is wild. LeBron James is leaving the Lakers at 41 years old to sign with the Sixers.
The Lakers? He's been there since 2018. That's practically the whole final stretch of his career.
8 seasons in LA, and now he's taking a 2-year deal worth $8 million total, with a player option on the second year.
$8 million is basically pocket change for LeBron James. He's made hundreds of millions in salary alone over his career.
That's the headline. This is by far the biggest pay cut of his entire career, and he said flat out it wasn't about money.
So what did he actually say? Because LeBron doesn't do quiet announcements.
He posted it himself and called it, quote, "my last decision." Said, "I'm not going for money, I'm not going for family."
Oh, that's a direct callback, right, to the decision. The whole special back in 2010 when he announced he was taking his talents to South Beach.
Exactly the callback. 2010, the decision, Miami. 2014, back to Cleveland. 2018, the Lakers. And now 2026, my last decision, Philadelphia.
4 cities, 4 eras, and he's bookending his whole career with the same word. That's actually kind of poetic for a guy who's famously not subtle.
And the Lakers side stings too. Don't forget, he's the NBA's all-time leading scorer, and 8 of those seasons were spent in a Lakers jersey. Now, he's an opponent on their schedule next season.
That's a strange kind of ending.
And there's real weight behind last. He said that after his 23rd season ended with the Lakers, he was pretty sure he played his last game, period.
He
said it himself. He needed to look at himself and decide if he still loved the game. And the answer, apparently, was 1 more year. Season number 24.
Okay, so why Philadelphia specifically? Of all the teams that would take a 41-year-old, why the Sixers?
2 words, Tyrese Maxey. They're both Clutch Sports clients, and LeBron's had a relationship with Maxey going back to when he was still in college.
So this is a relationship signing, not a championship math signing.
A little of both, actually, because the roster he's walking into is stacked. Joel Embiid, Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, and Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown's a Celtic, isn't he? Since when does he play for Philly?
Since this past summer, the Sixers pulled off a blockbuster. Sent Paul George and 4 draft picks to Boston to get him, right after they'd already knocked the Celtics out in the first round of the playoffs.
So they beat Boston, then bought Boston's best player. That is a cold way to build a roster.
And now, they're adding a future Hall of Famer on top of that core, chasing a title the franchise hasn't won in 43 years.
That fast? 2 sportsbooks already moved the odds on this?
Within hours. The Sixers jumped into the top 5 title favorites the moment the signing broke.
43 years. That is a brutal drought for a city that takes its sports this seriously.
So the pressure's enormous, the roster's loaded, and the headline name is a 41-year-old who says this is genuinely his last shot.
Let us know in the comments. Is this LeBron chasing one last ring with a real contender, or a legend just delaying the inevitable?
All right, gear shift. From the basketball court to a courtroom that's about to reshape the entire media industry.
This is the Paramount-Warner Brothers deal, right? Didn't we think this was basically done?
Everyone did. About $110 billion. Paramount Skydance buying Warner Brothers Discovery, so that's Warner Brothers Pictures, HBO, CNN, the works.
That's not a merger, that's basically owning half of Hollywood in one signature.
Which is exactly why 12 state attorneys general, led by California, sued to block it.
12 states. That's a huge coalition to go after one deal.
And it worked, at least for now. A federal judge in Oakland, Araceli Martinez Olguin, issued a restraining order on July 20th, freezing the deal.
On what grounds? Companies merge all the time.
The judge said the states presented, quote, compelling evidence that the combined company would control way too much of the wide-release theatrical distribution market. Basically, too many blockbusters under one roof.
Wait, so this isn't just about box office numbers. This is antitrust law actually stepping into Hollywood specifically?
Exactly, and it's already being called one of the biggest media antitrust fights in years. Regulators actually drawing a real line for once.
So one company controlling that much of what actually plays in theaters? That's the antitrust nightmare scenario.
And it's not just the states. The Writers Guild of America filed its own lawsuit too, arguing the merger means real job losses and wage hits for their members.
So now you've got state governments and the actual writers of Hollywood on the same side against this thing.
And here's the part that really changes the picture. 4 days ago, Paramount agreed to freeze the deal completely.
Wait, they didn't fight it? They just agreed to pause $110 billion?
They agreed not to close the deal until 5 days after an antitrust trial wraps up, or June 1st, 2027, whichever comes first.
June of next year. That is not a 2-week pause. That's shelving the deal for nearly a year.
There's still an August 3rd hearing on whether to formally block it with an injunction, and the two sides are supposed to agree on an actual trial date by the end of this month.
So the states wanted an April trial. If that holds, this thing could be in legal limbo for the better part of a year.
Meanwhile, Warner Brothers Discovery just sits there in merger purgatory, unable to close, unable to walk away.
That's got to be brutal for employees on both sides, too, not knowing whether they're getting a new parent company or not.
And don't forget, this would combine two of the biggest streaming libraries out there, so if you've ever wondered why your streaming bill keeps climbing, deals like this are exactly why.
Less competition between streamers usually means fewer bundles and slower price drops for everyone watching at home.
And for the industry, this is being watched as the test case for how far media consolidation can go before regulators actually step in and mean it.
After years of everything merging with everything, it's wild to see a deal this big actually get stopped in its tracks.
Even temporarily. Nothing's dead yet, but $110 billion just got put on ice for the better part of a year.
Tell us in the comments, should regulators be blocking mega mergers like this? Or is this just how the media business works now?
One last topic, and it's a heavier one. Back to a story we covered last episode.
The Tate brothers. Andrew and Tristan, arrested in Miami just over a week ago on that UK extradition warrant.
Right, and since then, the courts unsealed the actual documents behind those charges. They're a lot more specific now than just 42 and 17.
Go ahead. What do they actually say?
3 women are named directly. One accuses Tristan of rape and assault during what she describes as a long-term relationship that started in 2012.
And the other 2?
Both accuse Andrew separately of rape and assault in incidents from 2014 and 2015.
So these aren't vague allegations anymore. These are dated, specific, named accusers, now on the record in federal court filings.
And the total still adds up the way we reported last week. 42 charges for Andrew, 17 for Tristan, 59 combined, all from the UK's Crown Prosecution Service.
59 charges laid out in actual unsealed documents. That's a very different feeling than just a headline number.
Both brothers appeared in federal court in Miami and confirmed they're going to fight the extradition, not go quietly.
Which we sort of expected, given everything they've said publicly for years.
And this isn't even their first legal fight, remember? They spent years stuck in Romania under a separate investigation before they ever made it to the US in the first place.
So now it's not just the UK and the US in this story. Romania's been sitting in the background of this whole saga the entire time too.
And here's what's happening this week. There's another extradition hearing on July 27th, basically right now.
Today?
Live legal process. A U.S. district judge in Miami has to decide if they even meet the basic conditions for extradition first.
And if the judge says yes?
Then it's not even the judge's final call. It goes to the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, who actually decides whether they get handed over to the UK.
So there's a judge and then a politician, both standing between an arrest and an actual trial. That is a long road.
And this is already hitting their business too. Sponsors and platforms that once tolerated the controversy are a lot less comfortable now that it's rape and trafficking charges and unsealed federal documents, not just online outrage.
There's only so much "it's just hater" spin you can do once actual court filings are naming specific people and specific years.
And remember, bail is almost never granted in cases like this, so both brothers are sitting in federal detention the entire time this plays out.
Given the specifics coming out now, named women, dated incidents, this doesn't feel like it's fading from the headlines anytime soon.
If anything, it's the opposite. Every new document that gets unsealed makes this story bigger, not smaller.
We'll keep following this one as it moves. Let us know what you think should happen once documents like this become public before a trial even starts.
So that's our show. A legend's last decision, a $100 billion deal frozen solid, and a case that just got a lot more real.
Sports, business, and justice, three completely different worlds, and somehow all three stories are about someone finally being forced to answer for something.
See you in the next episode.
Bye for now. See you next time.
This podcast was fully generated by AI.